What Tim? How you doing, bub? What Casey? How you doing, sis? How y'all doing tonight? We're just gonna chill. I got a few things to work on, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work on a few things. We're just gonna hang out. What, sweetheart?
I saw the people that can live that we can keep over when my uncle is here.
Okay, cool.
And
Yeah, we're just chilling. I thought about going fishing, but we're not tonight.
Hi.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Aunt Casey's on there too.
Hi, Aunt Casey. Who is that, Daddy?
We got Sophie and Tim on there too.
Tim?
Yeah.
Tim go fishing?
I'm sure Tim does go fishing, but he lives in Washington, so he fishes for different stuff than we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And cake and Casey.
Oh, look, Tiger's here. Hey, Tiger.
Hi, Tiger.
All right, get in the house.
Bye, Tiger. Love you.
Get in the house and go lay down. What, sweetheart? Come on, hurry up. No, I'm working on something.
People.
Okay, but I can't work on my fishing gear and hold you for right now.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't. Hey.
Yes.
Go in the house and go lay down. Go watch TV.
You smell like cigarettes in your lap.
Yes, I know I do.
And who else is on there, Daddy?
Sophie's on there, Tiger's on there, Tim's on there, Casey's on there. That's all right now.
Oh.
Okay. Love you. Go to bed. Good night.
That's not bringing it.
Okay, they'll bring it then. Go in the house and go lay down. Go in the house and go lay down.
I never caught it.
Right, yes, she does. Yes, Tim. Okay, well, you're not going to get your Easter basket unless you go inside and listen.
I don't want a beautiful one. Let me show you.
Okay.
I want that one, and that one, and that.
Yeah, you want a lot of them, huh? Yeah.
And I want that.
Uh-huh. Hey, why don't you go dream about them and maybe you'll get them. Okay. Love you. Greg, what up? How y'all doing? Yeah, she's adorable, alright. My adorable little pain in the butt. Mike ought to be in here soon. I just talked to him a few minutes ago, so he should be getting a notification real soon. But we're going to do a little work on a couple different things. One of them being the micro rod. That needs a little bit of a different setup right this moment. So we're going to work on that. Yeah, we're just going to chill. Yeah, just like me. I don't know about all that. She's something, but I don't know if she's exactly like me. Yeah, he told me about it, Sophie. He told me. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, we're basically going to try to upgrade this little challenge rod a little bit while we're at it. Well, I mean, that's definitely a person you would want to ask about such things. Yes, let's help Main Girl get there. So, shout out Chef Civvy and the Munchie Mafia. Yes, very stubborn. That I'll give her. Chef Civvy and the Munchie Mafia. Derek on the food boat. Andy on the Menorcan mullet. Let's give a big shout out to our mods, Tiger, Captain Brian, Sophie, Lord Satan, Eric, who's in the house doing something, I don't know what. Um, check out his channel and what he's got going on. Check out that guy, Rob. You're welcome, Tim. Y'all are absolutely welcome. Um, check out that guys. Yes, check out Mike's and ML Custom Rods. Y'all listen. Listen. What we got going on for y'all, listen. This is going to be unlike anything ever. This is going to be a one-of-a-kind work of art, let alone a shark slaying piece of equipment. Like, what we have come up with is, it's something different. It's totally going to be different, and I'm not going to give you any details. We're saving all the details of what it's going to be until the live unveiling of this, when we go to pick the rod up from Mike. There will be a video that will be dropped. Yes, let's drop everybody's links and whatnot, and the onesie women, and Tiger, if I'm forgetting anybody, just slap me upside the head and put them on here, please, because I got a little bit on my mind. But we're gonna have something that nobody else has. That is absolutely for certain. That nobody else is gonna have something like this. And I hope that when we do some of our night lives, like we like doing, I hope it's something that you guys will really love and enjoy, and can appreciate it as much as I will. Because to me, this is a big step. Like, this is a big thing. This is to me, a really big thing. I've never had a custom built rod before, and this is like cool to me. What up, Viper? We in the house. We just chilling. We working on a few things while we're just sitting around bullshitting for a while. I've never had a custom built rod. I've always just went and bought rods. I've never sat down with somebody and worked out the finer details of a rod. You know what I'm saying? I just went and looked at them and bought them, and you know, picked what I needed from Walmart or whatever. And to have one custom built, and to have it, I don't know if the onesie girls have one or not, Tiger, but if they do, put it up here. I just shout them out because that's Tiger's crew. To have this rod is gonna mean a lot, like, and to have it for a YouTube channel. Okay, they don't have a channel. All right, well, let's shout them out anyway. All right, so the challenge rod that I've been using, I gotta work on hopes another time. I'm gonna have to see what's really wrong with that. So the challenge rod that I'm going to be continuing with is I don't think I know who. I'm not exactly sure if I know who. I'm only saying Derek and Andy because of certain things You found 2 small rods for drop bait. There you go. Nice. Certain things came to light, and I don't know. Tiger can explain it better than I can if he wants to or not. Just that everything is more or less okay. Well, can we let it go? Because, like, she got done pretty bad, too. He did both of y'all pretty fucking dirty. And we'll leave it at that, but I think there's more. I think you should learn the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Well, I don't give a fuck. I'm above that guy anyway. I'm just saying. That we ain't here for all that shit anyway. We ain't here for all that. We're here to work on fishing gear. So, it's got 20-pound braid on it. Viper in the house. The Viper strikes. So, it's got 20-pound braid on it. Well, it's not so bad to be over obsessive sometimes. Just gotta know what for. So it's got 20-pound braid that I recently put on. We're gonna leave that on there for a while. Yes. What up? Guess what? What, Mike? What's up? What's up? Did it come in? Tell me yeah, explain. Mike in the house, ML Custom Rods. We were just sitting here kind of talking a little bit about it. No details, just saying that this is a huge thing for me and that it is. Okay, cool. So that's absolutely fine with me, Tiger. I mean, if you're here for it, I'll shout you. If not, I mean, certain ones I will still shout out because that's respect for me, like Civvy and Mike and you guys as mods. Oh, no, not rod related. Okay, so what's up? What's up? I have no guesses for it. Absolutely, Tiger. I believe that. I believe that. I mean, okay, if they show up, then I will support. If they show up to the lives, I will support. If they don't, I won't say anything. I just try to give respect out for others. So what is it, Mike? What? You may. Alright. I don't get it. Tiger. I've had him go on there and click the little bell and hit all. It's still not giving him notifications on my lives. What up, bub? About to burn one? He about to spark up. That's twice. See, Sophie giving big props to Mike tonight. That's twice she's got him on here. That's big props right there. It's big props. Seriously, anybody that rewatches this live back later, get with Mike LaRusso if you want an absolutely amazing rod. And I'm not talking machine done rod. These are by hand with love and painstaking care. Like these works of art take time, and they're not just works of art. They are literal fish back breaking rods. These things will do everything you need them to do. YouTube is having bad issues this week. I don't get half of mine either. Damn, that's not good. That's not good at all. That's no fun. No bueno. No bueno. Y'all really can't tell what this is, so I'm not.
White Cloud.
I'm not gonna worry about it too
What a
much with
cigar.
this one. Yeah, it's a cigar, guys.
That Cuban. That American Cuban.
But again, what we're doing, it. This is a shark rod. I feel like there ain't nobody's gonna have anything like this for sure. Nobody's gonna have anything like this. This is gonna be one of those ones that is bah in your face. No, they're preparing for a server upgrade. Hmm. Okay, Mike, so this is the rod that I was telling you about. This is an ugly stick dock runner. This is it's a 36-inch pole, so 3-foot rod. 3-foot little rod. It's a micro ugly stick. This is the Daiwa 500 that I got the 20 on. A little D-Spin 500. Okay, being that it's 20-pound braid and I'm trying to catch decent sized fish. Well, it's not a competition with just the ugly stick. It's micro rod competition that Captain Brian put out. Should I go with a 20-pound mono or a 30-pound mono? Because I'm trying to catch bigger shit with it. Like I want to hang some shit that's like as big as the rod or bigger.
20-pound line, right?
Yeah, it's got 20-pound braid.
I do 30 pounds.
I was thinking about doing the 30 just to give it, around the oysters and rocks and shit a little bit extra. Yeah, I'm gonna do an FG line to line.
Yeah.
I was thinking 30. I was thinking. Well, right now I've got 2 catches. Well, at least 2 marks on the board. I caught that crab, and Captain Brian said that counts. It was caught on the micro rod. Yeah, I'm going to use it around docks and everywhere else and lots of oysters and shit. So I was thinking go a little heavier on the mono. That way, if they do decide to try to go down into it, it won't tear it up too badly. So I was thinking go line to line, do an FG, give me like 4 foot or so of the mono, and then do kind of like a fish finder rig. Right. But some of the places I like to fish have structure. You find better fish when you're fishing around structure. Yeah, I'm good on that, bro. Thank you. Yeah. I was wondering what that smell was.
Fuck you. I work all day, bitch.
So do I. Alright, so we're going to go with some 30.
I like to go to church all day.
Right. The ocean is my church. Adam J. couldn't have said it better himself. So we'll go with 30. And then we'll do kind of like a fish finder rig for the end of it. I think that would be good for it. Now to get it back into this weird ass line clip. Oh, what was that? That just popped up on my phone. Making shrimp etouffee. Really, Viper? Are you live? Did you go live when I went live, or is that just like a video drop? If that's live, I'll jump off so he can go live real quick and do his thing. Or is that just like a video drop? Alright, I'll figure out doing that part later. Video drop? Alright, cool. 62 here. Which isn't too bad to go fishing, but I really don't want to have to deal with. Yeah, no action, just staring at me tonight while I work on some gear and we talk and hang out. You know, just a chill night. Gotta throw in some chill nights with y'all too, hang out. Yeah, Viper's got a you. All of us had, like, even if you're just commenting, like, you have a YouTube. You have to create a channel more or less, just even. Right. Everyone here has a YouTube. Even you. Before you were doing any posts or anything, you still technically have a YouTube. Your channel was basically used for commenting, but you still have a YouTube. Alright, so let's FG this up. Well, no, I mean, shit, I really didn't even know until I decided I wanted to comment on a certain person's lives when he was live, and I had to create a YouTube channel more or less just to be able to do that. So that's what I did. I always do blackjack with the FG knot. I don't care what anybody says. I do 21 reps and it always works. That's just me though. Oh. I kind of thought that's what you were saying before, Tiger, when you had messaged me about it. Which could be a bad thing, or maybe not, I don't know. Either way, welcome to the channel, bub. We're just chilling over here. At least tonight, anyway. Once it's a bit warmer at night, then I won't worry about it so much. We'll go out. Nah, you're good, Viper. You're good. Like, you don't go live like that yet, so when you do, I need to know, because I'm trying to be respectful. I'm just a small town guy over here. I ain't got no big channel or anything else, and I ain't trying to piss people off, you know? Yeah. I noticed it when I did Eric's conventional, because we did the top shot of like 60 foot of that 250 mono on it, and doing the FG knot to that, I did 21 wraps to make sure, but it kind of was hard to pull it and get all of them to lock in. I had to like snatch on it a few times to get them to all cinch down. But I really like, really like the FG knot. It is something that ever since I learned how to do it, like, it's my go-to line to line, because for me, it's never failed. My FG knot has never, once I learned it, it has never come loose. Now, I've broken the mono, I've broken the braid above the FG, but I've never actually had an FG come apart. I really prefer the FG knot for line to line. But yeah, As far as trying to get it to get tight, it is a pain in the ass. You gotta really like yank on it and give it a bit of hell to make sure they're all locked into place. Because if they're not all locked into place and one is loose, it will slip. I'll have to sub to Viper. I think I am sub to Viper though, because it popped up on my phone. So I'm pretty sure I'm sub to him. But we get to do a different style line to line tonight because I got to put more line on the Fierce 8000 because when we got those break-offs, we lost quite a bit of line off of it. So we're going to have to do some of that. I got some of the 80 right there that I got to put back on it. And these clippers absolutely suck. Yeah, what?
A new vape. I can't find it. So tracking device, guess what?
It don't work.
It don't work.
Of course it don't.
You know why? The government wants us to use them so they can track us.
Exactly. What up, man, girl? How you doing? Like, who knew what? Who knew what? That I was going live? I said that I was thinking about it. Just to hang out with everybody. Because, I mean, what else do I got to do? Tonight is just a chill night. I don't burn the mono. I will burn the braid down a little bit. That after you clip it at the very end. The mono, I clip it as close. You can watch the live in the Discord. Oh, wait a minute, I didn't know that. We're putting 30 on it, and we're going to do a small, like, short Carolina rig fish finder. We're going with a 1/2 ounce. Just a little tiny 1/2 ounce. You want to know something that's really funny? This tiny little swivel right here is 80 pound breaking. Yes, I'll show you. I'll show you. Just give me a second. I gotta grab something. But I will show you what I'm talking about. At least this is how I set them up. Well, I get the Power Light swivels. By Eagle Claw, they do like a Power Light swivel. Yeah, I burn the braid on the ends for the knots. Now, if I have a knot that I burn the mono too, when it's like I tie it to a swivel with the hangman's noose, I will burn that end. So if it starts to slide, that burn locks it back down. But yeah, most definitely, you want to burn it just to make sure it's not going anywhere. It'll lock back down on itself, and that'll be boom. Well, yeah, that's why I get the Power Light system from Eagle Claw in them. Because, like I said, this tiny little swivel is 80 pound braking, and that's, I mean, look how small that swivel is. That's going to outdo the entire freaking thing.
Picture.
Oh, nice.
Whatever you want on it.
That is, yeah, that's too much for a vape. I don't understand all that now.
Yeah, because when it dies, you can't put no more food.
Right, that part. It's like a waste of time to put pictures in there when in a week that the vape's dead, you gotta throw it away. You just Bluetooth fucking pictures of your life to a fucking thing that you can't even use. Make it make sense. So I'm only gonna do like 4 twists or so for this because it's 30. Really don't need a whole lot. Just enough to lock it down to the swivel and that'll be that. Get it wet so it slides. That's what she said. Later, Sophie. Take it easy. Have a good night. Be safe. So, boom. Damn. All of a sudden, the sand gnats came out. What the duck? I know, just give it time. She'll be alright. Just give it time. Both of you are good people that got done dirty by a real asshole. So, an asshole that basically turned y'all against each other. So boom, that's the start. This is basically the, what we did to, the mono to the braid. And that's basically that. You just put your weight on, you put your bead on, you put your swivel on. Now, get another little section. A very little section. You don't really need a whole lot for this one. Damn, my nose is starting to run out here in the cold. And the bugs don't help. So you really don't need a big section. Probably like 12 inches or so. Again, that's what she said. Let's get about 12 inches of line, roughly a little bit. Sophie, I'm live. I cannot do your messages right now. This is just going to help out because I had a knocker rig on it before. So this will get the bait out there a little bit more. So, again, we're just going to go with 4 wraps. Go in the hole. Thank you. Back to the other hole. Thank you. Get that a little close, not too close, but enough that you can burn a little bead onto the end of your mono. Make sure it pulls down nice and tight. Just like that. A little 1/0 circle hook. I just call them bent shanks. I don't know what everyone else wants to call them. I call them Snell hooks because they're perfect for doing the Snell knot on. And you just go right through there like that. Bam. Give yourself a little loop-de-loop. Wrap it around the shank and through that loop a few times. I even burned this one, Mike, because I don't want it to slide off the hook just in case. So I'll clip this one and burn it too, just in case. Because you never know. Pull it nice and tight. Clip. Boom. And that's essentially the fish finder rig for this. Now, it's probably going to be a little weird because you're throwing it on... Yeah, I hate when hookers slide off. They better stay in place until I'm finished. That's what I'm saying right there. It's probably going to be a little too long on that bottom leader. Yeah, but oh well. This rod doesn't have a hook hold anywhere. Anywhere. Oh, that's something we forgot to discuss too, Mike. If we could even do that on the shark rod. I thought about it. It probably won't work because of how long my leaders are. Like, most of my leaders are as long as the rod, if not longer. Sometimes. So it probably wouldn't work like I thought we could do with a hook catcher on there, so. But that is the challenge rod. Trust me, I'm in a weird mood too. Today's been one of those, I don't know. It's just been a weird day. I don't know why. It's been a weird day. Okay, so that one's done. That's done. You ain't got to revoke your own privilege. Sit here and chat with us. I don't care. I mean, it's been good. It just... I don't know. It just feels off today for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know. Shit just feels kind of off today. I was even thinking about doing a small top shot on my big shark rod. Like a 7 or an 8 foot piece of that 250 mono we got. And then do that to the actual leaders, but in my head it sounds like a good theory, but then thinking it out, it's like I have to cast that, so like it's going to be inside the eyes. I don't know how it's going to restrict throwing it. See, that's like right now, being that we use the mono mic, we can kind of like have them go through the eyes a little bit with the smaller swivel. And we just hook them. This one, yep, this one's got it. I don't know if... Yeah, see, that one went through the eyes. So basically, we just hook it. I put a little bit of electrical tape right here to protect the reel, but then I just hook it right there. So I figured that's just good enough right there. Just hooking it right there is good enough. I'm not going to worry about it. Like, I don't think we need a hook holder on there. I think this is good enough. I'm just going to throw some electrical on the reel and go. Because now that we're doing the mono and wire, it's not so bad having the mono go through the eyes a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because the eyes are big enough, the swivel will pass through. It sits fine for now. So I really don't have to worry about it too damn much. I think that's the best thing we can do for it. So that's how I'm gonna do it. So I wouldn't worry about that. But now we have to add a little bit of line to this rod. But I was just thinking about kind of like adding a top shot, but to the spinning reel, just to kind of see if that helps. No, it'll be outside of the guides. This is just for like when we put the rod up. When we're done with it to put them up, that's just, we reel them up far enough so that that hook is tight on the reel. Plus, again, this is like a 10-foot rig on a 9-foot rod. So, but, like I was saying, I thought about doing that top shot idea for the other shark rod, but I was like, even doing the line to line, I don't know how it would react. I don't know if it would like that too much. Not saying that it wouldn't, but because I'm trying to alleviate swim throughs. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no more swim throughs if I can help it. And I mean, when we put that top shot on Eric's conventional, it seemed to help alleviate. It didn't happen. Of course, I mean, it also didn't happen to me, and I don't have it, which you can go either way with that. You can either say, oh, it's because you actually hooked up on a smaller shark, it didn't tail whip you. Has bigger guides than I normally use, but not super huge. I definitely don't recommend to put swivel in and out of them, even at end of the night. Okay, so with that one, try to not do that. Gotcha. I say I don't think these ugly stick swivels really care all that much. I don't think they're painted or anything, or even, I don't even know if they're I mean, yeah, they got some coating on them. Like I said, we only do that to bring them home, because otherwise I don't have anywhere on these rods to hook the hook. So normally, and you're going to be like, oh, don't do that either. I just hook them into the bottom of the butt of the rod. I just put the hook point in there a little bit, tighten it up, and not try to drive it through the butt of the rod, but just stick the hook there for now. Right, but I don't want to have to FG knot every time we put a new leader on. That's why the end of the leaders have the swivel. I mean, maybe I guess I could take that out and do the FG knot, and I might be able to extend the leader. What, putting the hook on the end of the butt? You never thought about that? I mean, I've done that for a while, especially with the other ones. Well, I mean, for the shark rods, being that the leader is so it's almost, essentially the leaders are more or less as long as the rod that you're throwing it with. So to be able to get it to tighten down when you're done using it, so that it's not just hanging everywhere and all loose and just falling all over the place, you'd hook it to the very end of the rod, and it's basically like this far from the tip of the rod, and it tightens it down, and it's just the braid through the eyes. It's not the swivel or anything else. So I've done, but I don't do that to the big waters, and I damn sure don't want to do it to the custom rod. So I'll have to figure something else out to do with the custom rod. Maybe I might have to do like a 20-foot section of the 250 and then just do the wire trace after that. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We definitely need to go fishing and hang out and swap some stories. That's kind of what this is tonight. We're all just hanging out anyway. We're not fishing, but we're hanging out. Alright, so my line to line for braid to braid, I just do a double hangman. A hangman to a hangman. Or a fisherman's knot to a fisherman's knot. And it brings it down small enough, and heard that, Tiger. Be safe, be easy. We'll see you in a few. Yeah, it's basically just like a fisherman to a fisherman, or the clinch to a clinch. How, whatever you call the damn knot. Whatever y'all want to call the knot. Make sure it's nice and wet so it'll slide. That's what Viper fed. Haha. That's what Viper said. I don't know if that's going to stay there or not. Probably not. Whatever. It looks so funny. I don't know if y'all can see it, but the color difference. This was been on the top and it's been used a little, and then got that new line that hasn't been touched yet. That's funny. I love the color of it, that dark blue, but the color on it does fade out fast. I don't know why. The color faded out real fast. Like, however they dyed this line when they did it, it's not a very good dye. The line itself is great. The dye, not so much. But I don't know. Mike, have you ever heard of a spinning reel that has Top Shot? Or that has put Top Shot on? So, I mean, I know it's a conventional thing, but, like, for conventional reels, but I don't know, I thought about doing it to the one I have now, because it's going to be very similar, you know, it's going to be the same reel, a different rod, but I figured it might give me enough data to let me know how it might work. See, I love trying new shit and trying to make it work. Doing shit that nobody else does. Because when I sit there and catch fish doing shit that nobody else does, they're all like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm doing this. Well, that's not how you're supposed to do it. Well, obviously it works. This braid's very good. It's a really sharp knife, and it's a little bit of a struggle to cut it. Now, once I burn them down, it doesn't really work with casting. Now you got my gears turning. Now I want to figure out if I can make it work. And see, once I burn down them little bits and whatnot, while they're still hot and molten-y, like liquidy kind of, I just take it in my fingers and rub it, and it kind of mushes them down so they're out of the way. Just because, you know, I don't want it to be in the way at all. Now we're just going to reel up a bunch of line on here. Tighten the drag down first. That would help. Burning my finger. Oh. Okay. Maybe I'll have to figure something out and see how that goes. What's that? Okay. Burning my fingers. Yeah. Holding on to the line to put some back on here. Really long off. I didn't, but the sharks out at Bethune did a couple times.
Oh,
all them swim throughs and whatnot. So I'm putting some back on. And then when you caught that one and Rob got cut off that last time when we got them black tips, that fucked us up too, so.
Yeah, that took a lot of line.
Yeah, that one did. That one took like...
Because he swam almost all the way in and then swam through.
Right.
No, that was yours that swam through it. It wasn't
no,
mine, it was yours.
No.
Mine didn't swim that way. Yours is the only one that swam that way. Mine swam out that way and out.
Bro, yours was all the way left. Rob was in the middle and I was far right. So how the fuck did mine go right and cut his line off?
His cut his off. He was the last one that cut.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't
So
me.
when you let him use the conventional, which was still on the left, when he thought he lost it, it's because it came in and swam through through this one and cut it off. That's what the problem was.
That's what happened.
See, that's what I like to do. Like, I like to think outside the box a little bit. So what? Go with like 120 mono for mine instead and see what that does. And then go to like, I don't know how I would attach it to the 250 for the liters.
What are you talking about? 10,000?
I thought about trying to do a top shot on the 10,000. Because I'm tired of swim throughs. Mr. fucking conventional over here don't get no swim through.
No. We can do a top shot. What you do is you take that leader, like I have, and you do it at the end. Yeah. You're not going to be able to do it through here. It's not going to hold it on the bail. Unless you take a lot of line off.
I don't know.
We're going to do it. That line, that 150, 120 pounds, it's not going to stay on that bail. Like it will the conventional will.
You know, I'm talking about the 250.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's not going to stay on there like that. You'd have to just make a long ass leader that you put on every time, which I think that's what we should do anyways.
What, do a longer one of these and do like an
so
FG?
how like I have mine, right? But I'd FG it when you get there. I wouldn't. So you know how I have the 100 yards or whatever it is, or 50.
Hey.
Yeah.
Can you open the fridge and put me on something like that?
I get what you're saying. So just make it longer on the mono leader a little bit and then FG it.
Yeah, do like 50 foot.
50 foot?
Or whatever.
How the fuck would I cast that?
Are you talking about for casting?
That's why I said like maybe like an 8-foot section of it. That way it's FG'd and it comes down through the eyes and then it brings the weight up a little bit higher, so when you go to throw it, maybe that'll help give you some distance. So that way you're eliminating the swivel.
So you want to put that
You're eliminating
to your
the swivel. Right. I want to do my main line straight to my leader without the swivel, which is FG. So adding a longer piece of mono, and then that way there's a big section of mono inside the rod.
And then put your leader on the end of that, right?
No.
Or just make that the single. One piece. Is what you're talking about.
So let's see if Mike understands what I'm talking about, because I'm sure he does. This is the mono for the leader, right? This is the section that we currently use,
yes.
Which is almost 6 foot. Okay? Instead of doing the swivel,
just do the FG knot for that.
Just do an FG knot, but instead of a 6-foot section, you use a 10-foot section. So some of these will go down through the eyes to maybe the big eye right here, and you're still finger on braid when you go to throw it out.
Yeah. I don't think... Oh, so your finger is on the braid still. Okay.
Your finger would be on the braid. The FG, you want to stop with the line to line to like right here. You don't think it would throw?
No, I don't think it's going to throw.
I'm going to make one and try it out on the big rod. And see.
Just because of how it's going to be set up, and you're still going to have that leader, which
but what's going to happen is
coming out.
No, yeah, I know that part. Well, what I think might happen is, like, the only thing I'd have to worry about is that. The swivel stops that we have.
Yeah, it's going to catch.
Well, as long as I don't reel that up through the eye, it should be okay. You know what I'm saying? Even if that's the eye stop.
You could have broke it.
No, I'll
You know what's fucking right.
Well, we did the 250 for making our casting rigs. Because we got tired of just using straight 200 cable. We're running through the cable like crazy, especially when 7 cutoffs in one night, we used a spool and a half of cable. Gone. Just out there in one night. Now, 250 is a bit much for some of the casting rigs, but to help out, I think that the 250 is not so bad. Let me see your other leader up there. At least I'm trying to do this through the rod and not this. This is the shit that Tyler gave me, which is like
1,200.
400, 500 pound.
Is that?
I don't.
Is that the 900 that they have?
I don't know what it is. It's just something he gave me, and then I redid my own rig from it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I got to redo your wire at the end. This would be a little bit easier going through on an FG knot with a longer section of mono, so it's like a top shot. Slightly like a top shot. Not a full 60 feet of top shot, but a longer leader. Alright, have a good one. Good night. I don't use tape on my finger. And most of the time I don't even wear my glove. I just throw it without. My fingers are so tore up from shit, Mike, that I really don't have to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't... Now, if it's really heavy, like it's already bending the rod when I just go to pick it up to cast it, then I'll throw the glove on. Because then I know it's going to put a lot of pressure on my finger, and it probably will cut through and I won't feel it. until I notice I'm bleeding everywhere. So that's a little different. Right, that's kind of why I'm thinking about going with a longer.
How do you get the baskets out of your truck?
Oh.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about. All this stuff.
I moved them over because they were kind of in my way today. So they're on the passenger side. That's what I was thinking about. And the 250, it's smaller. I think that's about as heavy as we really need to go on the cast out rods. Because the 200-pound cable pulled in a 600-pound shark. So I think we'll be okay. I just think we need to go a little bit longer section of mono, and maybe that will help. At least alleviate some of the break-offs. Okay, so yeah, we're getting on that same wavelength with this right now. Yeah. I think I'm going to make one tomorrow and see how it goes for the big rod. Or maybe I will just make one tonight. But I'll put it on tomorrow. I think we're on the same wavelength though, bub. Because I don't want any more swim throughs. And granted, right, we may lose some thick distance because of the thickness, but I might be able to make up with that by sending it a little bit harder, you know what I'm saying? Just really giving it that hook when I go to throw it. That might work. I don't know. We'll see. I'll definitely have to let my brain rack on it for a minute. Let it go over. Length is what you need, not thickness. Well, I mean, it's way thinner than that shit that Tyler uses. And we've actually caught on it, so... there is that. Now, I know he catches, but not all the time. UC's 80 mono. Well, with it only being 80 braid, I would be a little sketchy on trying to use 80 and 80. Yeah, that's too light for me. I would almost say 150 is probably what I would really be looking at if I wanted to do something like that, like this. And then to that 200 cable at the end. I don't know, I'll try the 250, see how it works. What's the worst that can happen, right? It's not like it's gonna tear the guides right off the fucking rod. And as long as I learn it now before I get the custom, then by the time I get the custom and I throw a rig on it, I'll know exactly what to have on it for the situation, or, well, for the shark rod, I'll know what to throw at it. So I think it would probably be a decent idea to try it out and then see what happens. Oh, I can't even make one. I gotta wait till the frickin' cable comes in. Shit. No. I can take one of those other ones that I've already made apart. Just take the mono off of it. I will figure it out. Let my brain rack it around a little bit, right? What's my phone at for? Oh, 58, we're good for now. Let's get some more line on here for now. Hey, sick, mofo. This is already weird having to do this. I think that's enough. That should be pretty much what we lost. If not, oh well. It's close enough. Let's see. Where's that spoon? Give me that spoon. Damn, I still got plenty on here. My only thing is there'll only be, because my leaders have 2 swivels, so it'll only have one where it connects the mono to the cable. Which, that should give, I guess, enough twist. Maybe, I don't know. I usually like doing the 2 swivels or the swivel up higher that attaches it to the main line. That way if a shark tries to spin, it'll spin with the swivel and not just spin the line all up. Lots to think about. Lots and lots to think about. What all y'all think, other crazy fishermen think about it? I think it would be a good idea if we can figure out the mono size for it. Especially for casting out. Because I know it's not good running this through the guides. I know it's not. He's definitely not good. But right now, I don't have much of another choice. I mean, this rod I could probably... Nope, see, the leader's still too long. I'd still have to run it through the eye a little bit for it. Oh, actually, no. It'll be just long enough. See, what this is an older big, like, it was a little beat up, so I don't mind kind of just, kind of like that, Mike, just more or less hooking it just a little bit into the rubber so it stays put, and then it's essentially on your rod. Ain't going nowhere. You know? It's not moving. But that's a 9-foot big water. It ain't bad. those two things done. Now we're gonna work on something different. Because my brain is sitting here muddling over it and I want to just do it. Just do it. You can do it. You can do it all night long. Where are the thank you side cutters? Now I need a 1.9. And I actually have an idea of what I could do with this. Use it as part of the rig for a floating shark rig that I've been trying to come up with. Because me and my brain, I don't know why, we just got to think of shit all the time for fishing. I couldn't explain it to you. I don't want to explain it to you. I like it. I like my brain the way it is. So we will save that for the floating shark rig. Hey, Chef Civvy, how you doing? So another thing is get way more bites on lighter steel and mono rigs. Weird because I don't think they care for seeing it. I don't know. I see that, Tim. She's here. She's here. Finally home. Wait, you didn't go... You weren't going live for your ride home? I feel bad. Because normally you go live for your rides in and back home. If you were supposed to go live, nobody said anything. I am sorry. I did not mean to interrupt. Oh. Okay. We'll just sit back, relax, and enjoy seeing my ugly mug on TV then. I don't know who pissed you off, but please do not kill me. Yeah, I don't think I wanted that today. No. You're right, I definitely did not. I don't want that today. No, I'm good. You're so right. I don't know how much I should use. My brain. Woo! Woo! I almost wish I was a fly on the wall for that. I want to say that that's going to be enough. I think that should be enough. We're going to try that. We're going to try that. Now, see, we went and got the good shit for this. Because just not any mono will do. I'm sure he was frightened. I'd be frightened, and I'd be glad I wasn't there either. And if I did have to go there, I'd be like, I'm sick. I'm gonna go this way and not that way, because I value my life today. Yeah. Fuck no. That's our bite section. Roughly 18 inches or so. Listen, if you need more of a bite section than that for cable, you shouldn't go after great white sharks. I want a great white, but I still think that that's enough of a bite section. Because, I mean, just saying. Yeah, this is going to be different, Mike. I'd say it's at least a 10-foot section of mono. Could be longer. Could be slightly longer. I'll see. Let me get it attached to this leader real quick. Hoping it's enough. Because I don't want no more tail whips on the main line. Tail whipping my main line pisses me off. And I know it's a tail whip because it gets frayed when it gets smacked and the skin rolls across it. It's not clean, it's frayed off. Clean is when they swim through that shit like a knife. It's completely different break. Completely different way that the line looks when it comes up. Ow. Almost hooked myself. I'm still going to do a weight stop on it though, because I think that it's going to try to come up the line too much. If I don't put a weight stop on it somehow, it's... Well, actually, the FG knot might stop it because those beads just fit on this mono. So the FG might actually stop it itself from going any higher. Because I put a bead front and back. Yeah, it's been a weird day all the way around. It has been a slightly weird day today. I don't know why. But yeah, I put a bead front and back on my weight swivel so that it doesn't slide up too far or down too far. But being that the bead just barely fits onto the mono, I think having the FG knot will actually be a good stop. Ran straight 30-pound mono on the biggest reel size. Reel you get. That's real old school, man. You can't take my braid away from me. I live on braid. Braid is the shit. I don't want to lose my braid. Listen, braid is my friend. Is that like, are you trying to challenge me now too, Mike, and straight up see how good my skills are as a fisherman? Is that what that is? Are you like testing me a little bit? Are you pulling a Captain Brian on me and trying to see what I can do? Cause, ay. Oh, you really want to see what my skills are? Okay. I absolutely have none. I don't know who's been lying to you. I am not good at this at all. I don't know who told you otherwise, sir, but they were lying. I don't know who told you that I'm a good shark fisherman. I just do me. I essentially just do what I know. You know, that's what I do. I do what I know. I try to keep things simple. Like I know mainly 3 knots that I use. I use 3 knots religiously. An FG, fisherman's, and a loop knot. Anything else I do not fuck with too much. Like I don't even really know how to tie a Palomar. I have videos on it. And Tyler was trying to teach me this double FG knot thing, and I'm like, dude. Or not the double FG, the double clinch or whatever it is. Some weird one that he had. I don't remember what the hell he called it. It basically looked like a clinch knot, but he wrapped it twice instead of just once. Like he went through the eye twice for some reason. And I was like, okay. I have no idea. I've never had a real knot failure on an FG. I've never had the knot fail me on a loop knot. And I don't think I've ever had a clinch knot break either. I don't know. I mean, I've broken a lot of line, but I don't think it's ever been the knots that have ever failed. You know? I don't think the knot has ever essentially failed. That mono got a little squished in there. I don't know. We'll see. I really want to put this on the big rod and see what it looks like now. I kind of want to take my leader off and put this one on and see what it looks like. I don't think my brain's not going to let me not do it. It's going to make me do it. I love how my brain is, but then my brain is also like, if I think up an idea and I don't do it, my brain will get mad at me. And it's like, you need to go do this. You need to do it. You need to try it. You need to work it. You gotta do it. Okay, I gotta do it. Because I made the rig, I might as well put it on there and see what it looks like, right? Okay. Okay. Let me go get it. Let me go get the big boy. Bring it over here. We'll put this on there. Backwards from the way it should have been brought in. Yeah, the roof and shit too short out here. Alright, we're gonna try it. See how it looks. Just remember, guys, this was all Mike's idea, so if it doesn't look right... Nah, I'm sure it'll be alright. It's gonna be different, though, that's for sure. It's gonna be different. Something new we're gonna try. See how it does. Because maybe with the whippy action of this rod, it might help it. I don't know. It's like, see, that's one thing I've also learned. No, I'm not blaming you. Not blaming you. That's better. As long as I can get a good little... It's going to be fun. The 100 to 250 was fun, so 80 to 250 is really going to be fun. Not sitting together properly. It wasn't sitting properly. Let's try that again. a little bit tighter. There we go. Blackjack. Make sure your half hitches on these things are nice and snug too. You don't want that shit to be able to back out of itself. Ooh, that's cinched down pretty good. That's cinched down pretty damn good. So I just need to cut it as close as possible. Now just half hitch and cover it up. Now hopefully it'll only snag a little bit on the first eye and not like absolutely tear itself apart on the first eye. Like, I hope that's how it works. One can only speculate. We don't know until we go and try it. But I mean, isn't fishing like a lot of trial and error? You're always doing different shit. You're always working on different things, trying new things out. That's how I think about it. A lot of times fishing is just learning. It's always learning. Learning new shit to try. Learning new ways. New methods. New rigs. New this. New that. Yes, I am going to put a few extra half hitches in here because we are working with a little bit thicker line. So I don't want them to come apart. Just one more for good frickin' measure. Just to put my mind at ease. A lot of trial and error. Alright. Let's cut that close. Burn the tag down. Remember, folks, always burn your tags down. It helps eliminate slippage. Say it, all fishing is trial and error. I'm hoping that that's going to be good enough. I mean, it ain't going nowhere, but I mean, that's just me pulling on it. It's not a monster shark giving me hell on it. So, we're going to try it. Now the real test is to reel it up and see what happens. Oh, I know you'd never steer me wrong, bub. I know. But we are going a mono that's above and beyond what should be recommended on a cast out rod. But then again, I've never been one for staying within the lines of things. I always like to think outside the box, and it's not like I don't believe in my battle. I believe in my battle enough that I'm like, I could pull in a 10-foot shark on it. All day. And it ain't just the line or the rod or the reel or the rig. It's everything all together. I believe it'll do it. You know why I believe it'll do it? Because those hefty black tips gave me a nice fight, but nothing like I know that rod and reel can handle. So, let's reel this up. I mean, Mike, if I really thought you would have steered me wrong, I probably wouldn't have came to you for a custom rod. Oh, that went right through. That went right through with minimal effort. Like it didn't snag hard or anything. Just barely felt it hit that eye and come through. Hey, what? I got a swim through section now? Well, swim through proof section? Okay, so it went a little bit past the big eye. It ended right here, but still, I'm still going to be on braid to throw it out if I left it like this. I mean, I could reel it a little bit more, but I think that's actually going to frickin' work. Holy shit. Holy shit, I think it's going to work. Yeah. I've still got about 6 inches right here, so no mono on reel ever. Gotcha. Well, I think we figured something out then. I think I found a rig that might work out and help prevent some swim throughs then, right? Holy free holy. And if this works, I'll start doing all the rigs like this for the cast out rods. Holy free holy, we did it. We did it. Yeah. Well, there we go. What do you know? I learned something new today. We have a new rig style, guys. Again, another new rig style. After I just started making these other ones, now I find another style. I love fishing. This is why I love fishing, though, because you're always learning. You're always improving to get better at what you're doing. You always... Fishing is a real school. You never stop learning. You never stop learning. And the second you think you're done learning, you should walk away from fishing. Because you don't know what fishing is. I think we're on to something. I think we're definitely going to be on to something. I feel a little bad because I made all those other rigs, but I'll leave those ones alone. We only took apart the one. Well, I'm hoping, because with as long as that is, I better not get tail whipped anymore. That's for damn sure. Because that thing would have to be 10, I'd say close to 14, 15 foot long if it was going to tail whip my line. From having the hook in the corner to the end of its tail. Yeah, no more tail whips. There shouldn't be any more tail whips at all. Because I think that big one that I lost that one day when I had to hand Eric the rod, I think it got tail whipped. Because it had a lot of fray off at the end. And it wasn't a clean cut. So I don't think that one was a swim through as much as some of the other ones were, where it looked like somebody just walked along with a knife and went pink and cut it right off. And it was straight and clean. I think that was more of a tail smack. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to prevent every cut off, but that should help with a few, at least the tail swipes. Yeah. Well, I'm shocked we didn't have any of that actually happen when we got the black tips, that we didn't get any wrap-ups in them. The only line it swam through when Rob got on the conventional, because Eric told him that the next one that hit it was going to be his. Right. So it acted like it got off, but it was actually swimming in really fast. And by the time Rob caught up to it on the reel, it turned and went through the line that Rob was using, fairly close. So it cut off a good chunk of that braid. And that was definitely a swim through. And it hit his, cut him off, and then went back out again. And I think mine was already reeled in by then. So mine wasn't out there to get cut off, or it probably would have too. But yeah, if that works for that one, I'm going to test that one first, see how it does for a little bit. If it works good, when the new wire comes in, I'll start making more casting rigs like that. That way we won't have to worry about swim throughs or tail whips. Whew. Sorry guys, it's been a long day. It has been a day. Went fishing. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything, but I've got like 5.5 pounds of little jacks, not big ones. Well, it does suck and it doesn't. Like, if you don't have a steady rod holder that you can pull down on to get the line tight enough, then yeah. But I've done it from the riverbank because the back of my truck has those rod holders screwed right to the side. So you just stick one right in there and it's not like it's going anywhere. Just tighten the drag down and pull down on the line and it'll be tight enough. But we've got a bunch of little jacks One big bluefish that I got from King Seafood right up the road. They're like two something a pound. I spent like $22, $23 on a mess of jacks and a big bluefish. I mean, a decent sized blue. Not like the monsters they were pulling off the beach, but a good, hefty blue. So that's some good bait for the next time we go out. Plus, I got like close to 100 pounds of black tip scraps from when we were cleaning those black tips in a bag. So we've got plenty of bait. Plenty. Good night, bub. Love you, sweet dreams. So we got plenty of bait. Plenty of bait. I think we are good. I don't need to go throw no damn casting it anytime soon. Yeah, I think we're set up. I think we're pretty set up for the next few times we go out. I kind of like, if we can't find any bait on our own, going to King Seafood is not too bad. I've got a couple chest freezers, a stand-up freezer. Like, there's a fridge with a freezer, fridge with a freezer, chest freezer, stand-up freezer, chest freezer. I got enough freezers, bub. I can store some bait if I need to. So, the stand-up freezer is where all our bait's been going lately. I basically got the bottom shelf and the bottom drawer for all my bait right now. It's fucking great. I mean, they're not mine, but they let me use them, so I don't care. Either way, they're going to let me use them because I was going to put my damn bait in there anyway because I need to keep it fresh somehow. But, yeah, we got plenty of bait for a little while. I don't think we need to go get any bait for a minute. Not for a hot minute. I don't know. We were supposed to go tonight, but little man asked his dad, Rob, little Robbie asked Rob if they could just have a family movie night tonight, and I said, yeah, man, go. Spend time with your family. I'm not worried about it. We got plenty of time for fishing. So I gotta see what he wants to do tomorrow as far as that. If not, I might just go out tomorrow, even though you're technically not supposed to go shark fishing on your own. I've done it a few times. Not with any monsters, but smaller guys. I can at least test that rig out. Throw a weight on it, test it out a couple times, see what happens. The beach was horrible today, though. Absolutely. We had some gnarly swells. Some of them were like 6-footers. Yeah, it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. Right, worst case, just go out, put a weight on it, throw it out a few times, see what it does. Yeah. Makes me want to go now. But then again, I don't want to go now because too cold. I just don't feel like going right now. Yeah, that's what they were saying. This weekend everything should start to calm down, and next week, Monday, Tuesday, whatnot, ought to be nice and calm out there. That's what I'm hoping. I don't have enough room in my backyard. I'll go from one end of the fence line to the other. I can almost guarantee it. I can pretty much guarantee that I could throw further across this yard than we have. Because when I throw them, I try to get some oomph into them to get them out there. Because I don't like it when I throw it and it lands at my feet. I like it when I throw it and I'm watching it sail through the air for a hot minute and then it goes bloop. That's how, even with a Sputnik. Like, I was throwing the Sputnik out there today and I was trying to give it hell to throw it out there and get it past some of the damn waves, and I got past a few. Not enough. Not enough. So I've still been thinking, Mike, on how I'm going to build the molds for my weights. That's like forefront in my mind. I've got to figure that out. I wish I knew somebody who could cast steel like that, or like could make the molds for them. I don't know anybody that could. Like, I don't even know what the process is that, like, how you would make a mold for that stuff. Like, I have no friggin' idea. So it's just been kind of like one of those things I'm rattling back and forth in my head, trying to figure out, well, how the hell do I do it? Like, because I've got some weights, but I need them bigger, I need them smaller, I need them from 1 ounce to 10 ounce. And I don't. Alright. But it just racking my freaking brain about it. Like, literally racking the shit out of my brain right now, trying to figure out what I am supposed to do. I mean, I'm sure there are, but like, it's got to be a crazy process. Well, like, you told me about that Redfin guy, and Eric went and looked up his page, and he's like, uh-oh. And I was like, what? And he turns the phone, and I see this weight that looks oh so similar to mine, but it's doubled. Oh, see. But wouldn't, like, carpenter, that's kind of like out of wood, so I don't know if the lead would melt or, like, burn the wood. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure how that would work. You're good, Tim. Go ahead. Go watch that video. Absolutely. I'm going to go check it out after I get off of here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no way we could use wood. I just don't know how we would make it out of steel. Yeah, everybody, go. You guys can go in and out real quick. You're good. Go check out that video. Go see what Viper's got going on. I'm good. I'm rattling my brains over here, you know. Just chilling. Um hmm. See, I know a guy that welds, but I don't know, and he's also a fisherman. But I don't know if he could weld together or build a mold for the weights. You know, it's like, I know he said, hey, I could weld the transom on your John boat. That wouldn't be too much. So essentially, I know he welds. I don't know if he could weld a mold together for making fishing weights. That seems like a totally different thing. Hmm. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I mean, but again, the only thing that's kind of where that's kind of what I was thinking, Tiger, but I don't know anybody with a CRC machine. I don't know anybody with a CRC machine, let alone somebody with a CRC machine that I can trust. Because the big thing is being able to trust that the person isn't going to steal the idea. Yeah, but would they... See, I mean... Well, see, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't. I don't know anybody that does that kind of stuff. What would I cast it from? Lead's the only thing I've been casting them out of. I don't think I can get steel hot enough to melt. I don't have a torch. Like, I'm literally like melting lead on a grill and just pouring it into a thing of sand that I've got the weights like pressed into and pulled out, and it left the imprint, and I put the wire in there, and then I just pour the lead, and then I grind them up and make them all nice and smooth and whatnot. That's why, like, I need to... There's a lot to making fishing weights. A lot more than I thought there was. Especially since I need to mass produce them and try to make some money off of them. See, like, I would go to Redfin, but he makes weights. And he makes one that's, again, somewhat similar. Yeah, this definitely seems like more of a multi-step process than some backyard redneck pouring lead into the sand. I don't know. Yeah, the hardest part's making the mold. If I can make the mold, everything from there is essentially simple. Use concrete. Yeah, but what if... Okay, so... I know a person whose mom has a laser... One of those plastic laser printer things, the 3D printers. You know what I'm talking about? It makes like them weird dragons and whatever. If I can give her the dimensions or get... Well, see, I don't mind... Okay, so I don't mind pouring them in the sand. Like, pouring the lead into the sand. If I could get the different sizes that we need. So I figured having her essentially print me out plastic versions of the weights in different sizes. You know, from small, about yay wide all the way around, to, I'm gonna guess 10's probably gonna be about yay wide or so around, seeing as how like the 5's and the 6's we got are like right here. What up, Oyster? How you doing? I think if I can get her to print them, I might be able to just fill the void on the inside of, because it's going to be hollow. It's going to be like hollow on one part. So if I fill the hollow and then pull that out, that's going to be essentially a hard version of my weight that's not in lead. And then I can turn around and press them into the sand and make the different sizes. It's making the molds of the different sizes. So I don't know. Because she's got that fucking weird printer thing. It's a brain fucker right here. It's a real brain fucker. Like I have it all right here. It's all right here. Bringing it out and into reality is the hard part. That's what I've been doing, Oyster. But I need smaller sizes and I need bigger sizes. I want to make these weights in 1 ounce all the way up to 10 ounce. So 1 through 10. The problem is being able to get the different sizes, because I've got like a 5, 6-ish ounce weight right now. I have made smaller ones, but I think they're like an ounce, ounce and a half, something like that. See, I don't want half sizes. I want 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 10. So I need someone to be able to take one of these weights that's done, shrink it, or enlarge it to get the sizes that we need. Then even if it's overweight, I can grind some of the weight off to clean them up and whatnot and go from there. Like, that's what I've been pouring lead into wet sand. That's how I've gotten every weight so far that I've done. I can't figure out how to make the other sizes that I need from one that I've already got done that's essentially perfect. I mean, it does. It works perfect, but it's just being able to have the other sizes too. Right now, I've only got essentially one size. I have one size. That's why I'm trying to figure out how we're going to get all the sizes. If I can figure out how to make all the sizes, then we should be okay. It's a real brain thumper right now. Put a 1 ounce for 3. I'm not sure exactly what you mean on that one. Why would I put 1 ounce down for 3? I think I missed something on that. You might have to explain that a little bit more, Oyster. Because I'm like... Did he kill it? Did he do good? Did he do good? Did Viper do good? I'll have to go check it out. I mean, it's not completely accurate, but I mean, the weights that we've had, we've pretty much tested. Awesome, I'm gonna have to go check it out. The weights that we have that we've tested basically have tested really good everywhere except in anything bigger than 3-foot rollers at the beach. It works. The problem is anything more than 3 foot and the weight, and it doesn't stay very well. It has a tendency to start rolling down the beach. So that's why I need most definitely bigger sizes, but I also need some smaller ones for when we're in the river. So trying to figure out these different like how to make the different sizes without having something other than the weights that I already got that aren't the right size. Somewhat. Aren't those ones that look like, it's like about this much on top is like a cylinder of lead, and then you've got like this weird round section at the bottom, and it's got like these things that come off the bottom, but it's all one piece of lead, but it looks like one of them concrete things that would be at like the bottom to hold a buoy and shit in place. Kind of something like that. I'm pretty sure I've seen the storm sinker on Redfin's site. So basically just grind one out of like a big chunk of lead. I could probably find a piece of wood, like a 4x4 post piece of wood, cut it, grind it to the right size that I would need. That could work. And then just use that to press into the sand every time. Okay. Definitely sounds like something I need to work on tomorrow. Yeah, less grinding. I mean, with the... True. I mean, you could make the original mold from anything. It just has to be bigger than what I've been working with now. That's the only thing. Yeah, but Oyster, we can't... You can press the molds into the sand or press the weight into the sand to make the mold. But it's still only going to make the size that I have now. Without having bigger ones to press into the sand to create the mold, I can't do anything other than create more of the same size that I already have. So like the ones I have now are about like 3 inches by 3 inches. Right. So if I want to make the weight bigger, I need to have something like a chunk of wood that I can create a bigger version of the weight. That way I can press that into the sand and then, boom, pour my lead into it. Now I have one that is able to press into the sand over and over and over and over and over and over and create more of it. You could almost call it an anchor. Essentially, it's kind of what I have them doing. When they hit the bottom, they anchor in quite well in most places. Again, once it's well, I kind of wanted to label them in ounces because I was going to go 1 through 10. But I mean, if we're only going to make a handful of sizes instead, then I figure the one that I'm using now is probably either a medium or a large. Because it's about 5 ounces. Roughly 5 ounces. Which somewhat feels weird to throw, but then again, it really doesn't. Because once it takes off, like once you get it to go, it flies pretty well. It's almost like it's got its own little wings on it. Very stable flight, too. Alright, Tim, I'll have to check that out. Well, I don't know if he's gonna see this or not, but well, we're not sure. Rob thinks that somebody sold the triple beam scale that he had at his house, so we were going to make them by the ounce because we could have weighed them. Appreciate it, Tim. I got it. I'll check it out after all this and after I check out Viper's live or video. I mean, it would be some math, but then again, if you have a triple beam, what do you mean weighing doesn't solve the problem? What part of the problem am I forgetting? I mean, an ounce would be an ounce, right? Or how do they... Ooh, excuse me. How do they measure weights then for them to put like the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, all that on it? How do they measure them out then? Oh, to determine the size of the mold to make a 5 ounce. It roughly feels a little bit heavier than the 4 ounce pyramids. That's kind of how I've been doing it. I hold a pyramid in one hand, the 4 ounce, and hold the other one in the other. I'm like, I know this is heavier by a little bit, not by much, so it's probably like a 5. Huh. Oyster, you would say some crazy shit like that. Have a good night, Tim. Y'all be safe. Y'all enjoy that dinner. I'm probably not going to be on here too much longer, so love y'all. Y'all have a good night. We'll see if I get one poured, weigh it, Alright, Tim, yeah, if I'm still going, just come on back in. If I get it poured, weigh it. If it weighs a little bit over what I need it to be, grind it down. Because I have the Dremel and shit that I've been grinding and doing all the shit to the other ones. That's and I don't know. I know finding the weight is gonna be hard. Right. See if I can get one, weigh it, find if it's a hair over an 8 ounce, grind it a little bit, clean it up, make it 8 ounces, press it again and again and again and again and again and again and again. That's my 8 ounce mold. I get one that's just over 9, boom, there's my. So it would theoretically work, but I have to get a scale or a triple beam to be able to weigh them properly. Once I pour the first one and be able to weigh it, figure out what it's closest to, and then go from there. Again, I gotta be able to cut the false mold that I'm gonna press to create the first lead out of something. So I gotta figure something out. Like I'm gonna have to find a chunk of wood and cut out essentially what looks like my weight in the wood and figure out how to go from there. Yes, wet sand, Oyster. Because if you fucking pour molten lead into dry sand, you have a fucking problem. You're going to have a very sandy weight. Not sandy cheeks, sandy weights. It's not going to work very well. So I think probably going to have to go to Home Depot tomorrow. Or see if there's a chunk of wood or something around here that I can carve. I'm essentially first going to try to go twice as big as the weights we've been using. Then see where that lands me for the first pour. Get it either down to where it needs, it's going to have to go down because we're going to have to grind off. So if it hits a 9 instead of a 10, then that'll be the 9. And then I'll know I'll have to go a little bit bigger on the carving to make it to the 10 at least, and then weigh it, grind it down, bam, got my bigger ones, then we can go from there. See, where there's a will, there's a way. And I always grew up, if I couldn't buy it, I'm going to build it. I've just got to think of the way to do it. That's all it is. It's like engineering. And I've had to engineer a lot of shit. Yeah, I got a Dremel. I mean, it's not a Dremel, it's a hyper tough Dremel, but it works. They got craft wood like balsa. Ooh! What about that really, thick, hard styrofoam, Tiger? What about that stuff? Craft wood is soft. Hi, Chef City. How you doing? You ate dinner that fast? Holy shit. I was quick. Okay. Y'all enjoy. We probably won't be on here too terribly much longer. We're just chit-chatting, wrapping a few things up. Alright. I got a Hobby Lobby near. I don't know if there's a Michael's near it. There might be. I know we got a Hobby Lobby. Up in, Ormond, Holly Hill area. They would have it? Alright. I'll have to go there and check it out then. Damn, my little thumb rings on my jacket stretched all the way out. I've never really had a problem with Hobby Lobby. It was an ex-girlfriend who had a problem with Hobby Lobby. She spent too much fucking money there. One piece, I could do all the molds. I'm gonna definitely have to go there then. Definitely. So if I can get all the sizes, because I'm gonna have to draw them out on there and then grind them out. Well, I've gotten models from there, like Dragon Ball Z action figure models and stuff like that. Like, shit that actually interests me, not her gem art hobby stuff. I don't even know what the fuck you call it. She enjoyed it, so I got it for her. I don't know. Alright. Yeah, because I only need one of each size. And then once I get it poured, like the very first one of each size poured in lead, and get it to the exact weight that I need it, that's it. I've got all the molds right there in 10 different weights. Bam. And all I gotta do is press them out in the sand and go from there. And that's it. It's over and done with. The only thing I'd have to do then is just make hundreds of thousands of weights by hand. Which, don't get me wrong, I don't mind doing it. It's a lot of work by myself, but it's fun. It's something I enjoy doing because it's part of fishing. It's me trying to get my own business off the ground. That's what I'm trying. That's essentially what this is. I'm stepping from just being a fisherman into the world of fishing as a business. That's a smart idea, Tiger. I mean, obviously you can't say that it is wrong though, because like you could essentially do that. Now I would rather have one for each size, but if I can't, then that's okay. I'm just saying I would rather have it that way if I could. If not, then there's nothing I can really do about it. I just don't know how much it's going to cost. I have to figure it out. Because after everything I've already bought towards the channel for fishing, I'm getting low. And I still got a long month to go if taxes don't come in. Plus, remember, guys, I got 2 little spawns of Satan in there I do have to take care of. So I got to allocate some fundage for them, too. You know, those little monsters got to eat. I try to be crafty. Listen, we grew up with nothing. Well, okay, I won't say nothing. We had certain things, but not like a lot of kids had everything handed to them. We did not. Most shit we earned by doing it the hard way and working for it, or again, if you can't buy it, build it. Lord Satan! Right, speaking of eating, yes. I am slightly getting hungry. That'll be very soon. And don't worry, Lord Satan, I haven't forgotten. We are getting t-shirts as soon as I can. We will be... That's when the taxes come in. When I get my taxes, we will be doing the shirts for us 3, me, Rob, Eric, and then all my mods are going to get a shirt. The tattoo will be done within the next week. Going right between my shoulder blades on my back. It's getting done. We have already decided placement. We already decided what we're doing. We're going with... We can't do the white because white's not going to work. So the background is just going to be my skin. I cannot fucking wait. I cannot wait. Just don't pick on me for my Pokemon tattoo that's on my left shoulder. That was a tattoo for me and Casey. I got Umbreon and she got Espeon. Brother and sister. My other shoulder has my Viking compass on it. So it's going to be in between those two. That's it. Like shark fishing, I got to catch them all. Hey, I have to. And I love catching all of them. I kind of don't like it when people go, oh, we only target large sharks. We only get the big ones. That's all we want to go for. I don't care if I catch a foot-long shark or a 20-foot-long shark. They all, to me, they're all worth catching. I love catching every one of them. I don't care. I do not care. It makes no difference to me at all. I throw out small hooks for shrimp for small sharks that want to eat shrimp. Or whatever else is down there that wants to eat shrimp at the time. $15. I'll have to see if I have it, Tiger. I will look when I get off live and see if I have it. I am trying to start a business, Lord Satan, where I'm creating a new style of fishing weight. I need to create the molds for 1 through 10 ounces. And I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want all of them all the way up. 1 through 10. Right now we're working with, I've been testing out about a 5 ounce. Which, to be honest, I did it from Play-Doh. That didn't work very fucking well at all. At all. I'm gonna be honest. I tried with fucking Play-Doh and it did not work. So I took a knife and I stuck it in the sand and I wiggled it around here and there, and moved it around, and essentially finally got more or less the shape that we wanted. I poured it, created the first one, ground it all down and out and into the actual shape that we wanted, and then pressed and pressed and pressed and pressed and poured and poured and poured, and we've got a bunch in roughly 5 ounces. So if I can get a big piece of wood and carve out the shape that we need, press it into the sand, pour it, weigh it, I can get it as close to each ounce as possible and start with a 10 and go down. Because from there it should, because it'll be however big. Press it, pour it, weigh it, grind it, weigh it to make sure it's right where we need it. And then boom, that lead is now my mold for the rest of them. We got 10. I take everybody's opinion and knowledge and try to learn. I was thinking just carve them out of wood and then work successfully smaller. Pouring them into wet sand. But I'll listen to your opinion and I will incorporate it somehow. But I mean, this is the business that I've been trying to get right. But we need to pour the first lead of each one and try to get it to each ounce. You got a 3-pack? Alright. I'll have to go up there tomorrow, Tiger, and get it. Maybe Casey will loan me some money. She'll be like, already got to loan you money? Yes. People think I have nice fishing gear. I'm just irresponsible with my money sometimes. Ask for whittling blocks? Alright. What's step 2, Lord Satan? That's what I'm waiting to see. Step 2. Because, I mean, that's pretty much where we were going with it already right off the bat. We can carve them out of something and get the weights as close as possible on each carving. Not to what we carved it out of, but when we pour the actual lead. Wait, you went from step 1 to step 3. Where'd step 2 go? We're missing a step. Pour wax into the urethane mold to create blanks. Wait a minute. Where'd we get wax and urethane from? I am lost. I am absolutely lost. I think we missed a step. We skipped a step. No, I cannot see step 2. I see step 1. Step 1, take your lead or wood or whatever to make a single copy of each sinker. And then it says step 3, pour wax into the urethane mold to create blanks. No step 2. Because Tiger was talking about, after your step 1, Tiger was talking about they have the 3-pack for $10 and to ask for whittling blocks. Which is going to be... It'll be fun. No, bub, I don't see it. I don't know why it's not putting up step 2 for you. You might have to just send it on my actual messenger. Satan, you might have to just send it over there. Or text message on my phone. Yeah, it's I didn't know if it was just me or not, but I don't see it. I only see step 1 and step 3. I don't know why it's not sending that. Was there anything in it that might have been a... I don't know why I would even ask if there was anything in it that would be offensive. We get so damn offensive on this channel sometimes. I wonder why YouTube hasn't sent me a post going, what is going on? Oh, Sophie, you're still here. How you doing? I'm not seeing anything, Satan, at all. I do not know. Like I said, you send it to me on Messenger or whatnot. Okay, so it would go to you. What just popped up? I'm not seeing a step 2 at all, bum. I'm really not. I'm seeing step 1 and step 3. Hey, Chef City back. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not... I don't know, bub. I don't know why it's not popping up. It should have been. That's all right. We will talk about it, and we'll get to, because I'm gonna have to talk to all of y'all individually to get addresses and whatnot to send the shirts to. So. Sophie, why is there a reason why I would not like your messenger? Sweetie, you're going to have to let go of a lot of that. You both were duped by an asshole. You both were duped by an asshole. I think you were trying to say respect. Okay, I'm sure... I think signals are slightly crossed here somewhere. I'm not sure where. Sophie, I don't know. Well, and I have asked her to apologize. Okay, Sophie, if that's what you need to do, then by all means, but I am going to let you know that I have asked her to apologize. If you want to get upset and pissed off and take off, then that's fine. That's up to you. I'm not stopping you. You're an adult. You can do what you damn well please. But I am telling you that I have asked her to apologize and asked her to talk to you about it. But I'm not. What do I know? So, no, I'm not going to go on Messenger and deal with any of that shit, Sophie. I'm really not. I'm trying to help out. I'm trying to get everything sorted out. But I can only do so much. Can't make people do things. It's not who I am. I don't make people do shit. So I tried. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I can't do anything about it. I'm sorry. I've tried. I can only do so much from where I'm sitting. If she tries to apologize and you don't accept the apology, that's on you. If, however it goes, whatever. It's not on me anymore, it's on you two. I tried and tried, and I'm not going to try anymore. It is up to you two. That's it. Only thing I could do is ask. And if it doesn't happen, I don't know what to say. Okay? I'm sorry if you feel this way. If you need to leave, and I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. I believe both of you were conned over by an asshole, and whether you think it was her on her own or not, then I don't know. I don't need to know, because I know that the person that puppeteered the whole fucking thing probably thought the whole situation was very fucking funny using both of you like that. So that's that. Can't do anything else about it. I've tried, and I refuse to try to do anything else. I got enough of my own fucking problems I gotta try to figure out without trying to figure out everybody else's on top of them. As much as I love you guys, I can only do so much. If you guys don't want to take the advice or try to work it out amongst yourselves, there's nothing I can do. There's really not. Because, I honestly don't know what else you want me to do. Anyway. But yeah, I think if we can get a rough estimate size of each one, get it poured, get it as close to 10, 9, 8, 7, backwards, then I think we will be in business. Or at least to start. Tiger, do you know any patent lawyers that'll actually fucking talk to me about this shit? Because I have tried. And apparently... Alright, I'll have to go up there tomorrow or Sunday or whatever and try to get them. Maybe I'll drag Casey up there and be like, hey, I need you to buy me this. Please and thank you. But yeah, if we can get not patent. No, my wheels are turning. Like, the gears up there are going crazy. Well, yeah, I need a patent lawyer because if somebody sees this idea, they're going to run with it. Because it works. But I figure if I can get it patented, autocorrect, LOL. I hate autocorrect. It fucks me up all the time. If I can get it patented, nobody can take my idea. This way I can sell it and I can turn it into a business. I know, bub. I know. I'm getting ready to. I'm gonna let y'all go here in a few minutes. Because my phone's getting low anyway, so... I need this, Satan. Well, I'm hoping it's not a waste. I'm hoping that if I can get this idea off the fucking ground and really get it moving with some traction, like, it won't be a waste to get a patent lawyer to patent this idea, and that way I can really start selling it and making money. Because if I don't get a patent lawyer and I make an ass ton of weights and start selling them, people are going to be, oh, well, that's a great idea. I can just pour my own and make my own. I mean, not that if I had a patent they couldn't do it already, but most people aren't going to sit there and melt lead to make their own weights. Like, I'm literally around the side on my grill melting lead down and pouring it into sand to make weights. I want to get a patent lawyer so that I can start this as a business too. That way I own this idea. This is my, well, yes, my idea, but it's all of our idea. Like, this is kind of like where I want to go with a business type thing. And I'd love to be able to get a patent on it so that it's mine. I mean, the odds are small, Satan, but in this world, people are out in any way, shape, or form to make money and take it right out from underneath you. I mean, me and Mike were talking about this, and the Redfin guy that he suggested I go to have me make the molds has something similar, but it's like taking two of my weights and mashing them together, and it's that way, and mine's like it's slightly similar but different. Like mine is like cut in half, where his is like two pyramids stuck together on the big end. Mine is not. Mine roughly resembles the shape of a pyramid, but it is not a pyramid. It's a hybrid. It is a hybrid of a pyramid and a Sputnik and an arrowhead. It's different and it works. For the most part, this thing sticks and stays wherever it gets thrown. I mean, yeah, but the guy who patented a fucking Sputnik has to be making money off of it somehow. What about pyramid weights? I mean, don't they have like patents for their weights? I mean, there would have to be a patent for their idea for the weight, right? I mean, because without it, anybody could just make them. I don't know. Night, Tiger. Have a good one. Be safe, Bubba. Yeah, lead is lead. Googled how to make fishing weight. Oh, Lord. Yeah, but see, this one is totally different. It's not a Sputnik and it's not a pyramid. But it is. Like, I want to show you guys, but I don't want someone just to take the fucking idea and just be like, oh, we got a great ass weight now. Ah. Not saying that you guys would do it, but people that go back and watch this are going to be like, oh shit, check that idea out. That's a dope ass weight. Let's make those. Like, I mean, I've never seen one like this. It's not a storm sinker. It's not. Not at all. I don't know how much a patent lawyer costs, because every time I try to get hold of one, they don't ever get back to me. So I couldn't tell you how much a patent lawyer is. I've tried several times. I don't know where I'd get thousands to talk to a patent lawyer. I don't know. Maybe I should just start it as like a small business around here locally and just sell them. And then whenever I can get the money up, then do it. I just run the chance of somebody else taking the idea and kind of running off with it. Because, I mean, I believe... I mean, the odds are good that he would take that weight, considering he makes one that's almost close to it. And I get it, Satan. He really doesn't give a shit about my idea. He just wants his money, but I need that patent so that somebody doesn't steal my damn idea and take off with it. That's my only thing. Because I'm not thinking about this just for now, for me to make money on. You know, I'm trying to do this as a chess thing. Like, the moves I'm making now benefit my kids for the future. That's kind of why I'm so stressed about getting a patent, because if I can get it patented, then nobody can take it, and it's not just mine, it's my kids' is. It's Eric's kids' is. It's Rob's kids' is, because we're all in this together. Everybody says go to Shark Tank. I mean... the odds are slim, but he's a bigger sinker guy than I am. People know him. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really knows that I'm making weights. Except for a small, certain group like you guys and whoever is going to listen to this later on and watch it. Then, yeah, they know. But nobody really knows that I'm making weights that are going to be sold. Everybody knows Redfin. I mean, he's throwing a fucking tournament tomorrow, and you know, I can't go to him to ask him to help. So how do I get a patent without getting a patent lawyer? How do I get my idea patented so nobody can take it? That's what I need to know then. How do I get a patent without dealing with a patent lawyer? Because, like I said, this isn't just for me. This is for a future for all of our families. No, I know I don't need to say it, but I'm just saying, like, that's the reason I'm stressing about all this now. Because to me, it's a big deal. Like, I've never seen any kind of weight like this before. A little bit, Satan. Yeah, I mean, I'm passionate about it. Fishing is my passion. This is what I do. This is what I love to do. To file trademark your product is only 800, then go to Shark Tank and ask for say 200K for 25% and you will be fine. Well, that's a lot easier to do than 200K on a patent lawyer. But that's if any of those guys on Shark Tank even consider it to be a big idea. You know, that's if any of them at all consider it to be. Well, who the duck is this pulling up in my yard? Like, worth their time. Oh, I mean, I know that, but do any of them, like, know anything about fishing? Ooh. Do something that did not break. I don't know who the fuck this is. That just rolled up in my yard. Hold on. Damn. I don't know if I'd ever be. I mean, fishing weights is like. It's gotta be big money in it because you lose them all the time. You go through them like crazy. So that's how I feel. I need to win the lottery. Like, if I could win the lottery, that's a huge step in getting my business off the ground and moving and going and pushing forward on it. You know? That would be a pretty decent step. But, I mean, we've been testing them. We've made a few handfuls now and have been testing them all the time. All the time. I mean, true. True. If you do that much. Thank you, Chef Civi. I really appreciate that. I really do. I don't have to do the math. That would be like 400 million or so. Yeah, see? Yeah, I didn't have to look. For about 400 million a year. It's a lot of money. And it's... She was here, Munchie Mafia official. That's her new title on there. It actually it basically holds better than a Sputnik. It holds. Not saying that it overholds, because you can still pull it out of most situations we put it in. The only time we haven't gotten them back is when we've gotten broke off or swam through. Other than that, they've worked pretty freaking good. And that's why I want to do them 1 through 10. That way I can dominate the river and the beach. I feel that it's a weight design that's good enough to be used all around in its different sizes. You can find a use for it anywhere. I just have to be able to make them. I gotta make them in their sizes and pretty much go from there. That's what I'm gonna have to do. I just need to make them, get my 1 through 10 starters, and then go from there. That's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to make the starters and go from there. Because other than that, I don't know. Other than that, I have no idea. I need to make the starters and then start pouring more of them, and then figure out how to get my ass on Shark Tank. Because I mean, this is if you think about it, weights are one of those things that you're constantly buying, no matter what. Have you thrown them in weeds, riprap, pilings, piers over reef, in the fallen trees? Well, no. We've thrown them around oysters, and we've thrown them around rocks. I haven't thrown them at any pylons or piers. I don't usually encounter fallen trees a whole lot in the river. At least not some of the spots that I go to. I mean, all our research is in our head. Everything that we've done with them so far since making the first set of them. I'm not very good at writing. You want me to write everything down? I'm not very good at it. Alright. I've never had a business before. How the hell would I know how to make a 5-year business plan? I didn't go to school to be a business guy. I have no idea. I just hope that from the time I start doing this for real, and no longer just testing things, that every year gets better on sales. That's about my 5-year business plan. That I sell more and more every year. Think outside my bubble. Huh. You guys are really giving me a lot to think about, and I really appreciate it. I really do. It's gonna make me think more and more and more and more about this. No, that's true. Not everyone does. Now, I have thought, you know, the little teardrop ones that have the little wire that goes through them that you put on for like bass lures and whatnot, for the drop shot ones. I've thought about those. Oh, it's you, Christian. What the fuck vehicle did you pull up in? What vehicle did you pull up in?
I put up my dad's truck.
Oh, I was wondering.
Yeah, my uncle DJ dropped me off.
What kind of mask are you wearing?
Yo, there's been a lot of shit. Hey.
Okay.
There's been a lot of shit going on.
Alright, well, I'm on live, so yeah, you don't want to say anything stupid.
Is this okay, though?
Huh?
Let's turn on.
Oh, my Lord. You kids. You kids. Damn. Now I gotta go back to school, too? Ugh. I hated school. I really did. I hated it. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta go take a piss real quick. Be right back. I know somebody who does business stuff. I know somebody who does business stuff. Maybe Mike could help me with that part. Alright, Satan. Alright. Alright. You really are giving me a lot to think about. And like, one thing I'm realizing is this is definitely more than just a one-man operation. This is definitely going to be more than a one-man operation. I don't know how there's any way that I could be able to do all of this by myself. I almost essentially need a team behind me. Hey, I'm smart. I ain't that smart. I don't know, but I might be able to do it. I might. Yeah. The only thing that I could tell you is like I told a certain somebody when he wanted to say, "Oh, can you do this job?" I don't know if I could do the job until I try to do the job. If I've never done it before, and I don't know how to do it, how do you expect me to know if I can do it if I don't try to do it? You know? True. That is true. It's hard. It's hard just to get it off the ground. It's what I'm trying to do, Chef. It's what I am trying to do. Trying to take the risk and go for it. That's essentially what I want to do, is just take the risk and go for it. I can say without a shadow of a doubt that it is a passion. Because it intersects my greatest passion in life, which is to go fishing. Like, other than my kids, my passion is to go fishing. That's it. I give two fucks about most of the world around me. I don't even give that for it. But certain people, yes. I would still think that I need to have a business plan and a model and a patent or whatnot for the idea, so that once I start selling it, Etsy people can't just take it and do whatever they want. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I know I will figure it out. I know I will. Brother had an idea for a type of mailbox. He didn't have the passion, so never made it. It was a great idea. The back door on a mailbox, so you don't have to walk into the street. I mean, that is a great idea. What the fuck? It's just putting... Okay, let me take that back. Hold on. What the hell? It's just putting a door on the back of a mailbox. Put a hinge with a lock and... It's not that... That is a great fucking idea. That's way easier of an idea than what I'm coming up with. But that's one. I mean, I've never taken any engineer class in my life. But you literally said that, and my brain, like, dissected a fucking mailbox and put a door on the back of it with hinges and a lock, like a latch type deal, whatever. Like, and you could do it opening this way or downward, or you could flip it up, or however you wanted to. What? Das easy as fuck, like. And you want to rivet the hinges on there because then, like, you're not putting screws through it. You just drill a couple holes, you put a freaking rivet in there. It's rounded. You're not going to cut the person's hand open on it or whatever. It's just riveted to the mailbox. And then a latch, a lock, a something on the back of it to keep the door closed. What the hell? That's a fucking $1 million idea in amongst itself. Yeah, so simple, and yet, how the hell nobody else thought of that shit? Like, it's been 20. You better tell your brother to get off his ass. Because if my idea don't work, that one will. The hell? The hell? I'm sorry. Never mind. I apologize. I didn't. Nope. I'm sorry. That. I feel like I may have. That was wrong. I mean, I'm glad you're not, but I feel bad for saying that now. Not no. Yeah. Ouch. Well, I'm glad I didn't say, well, what the hell is holding him down? But I guess it would be 6 foot of dirt. Damn. I mean, I got a few prototypes in my box. I've lost a few prototypes in the river. Testing and going different places with them. And getting broke off or whatnot. Not because I got snagged, but because swim throughs or tail swipes and whatnot. So I've lost a few. They're out there in the world somewhere. Pretty sure one of them's getting drugged behind a 10-foot fucking shark. I can tell you that much. Because we use pretty decent sized leaders. And if the some bitch tail swipes the main line, it's got to be at least 10 foot long. And that one that I lost that night on the beach, I'm going to tell you right now, or day, I think it was day still. That one that I lost on the beach that one time when I handed Eric the rod and ran down there to get over the railing and down to him and lost it. I'm going to tell you right now, I know that one was beating juniors. Don't even put a hook or bait on. Just throw the weight everywhere. Start dragging it. I might have to do that. And the only reason it didn't stay today at the beach is because I didn't have a bigger one than what I have to test. That's why I need to make the bigger sizes first, make all the sizes first, make umpteen multiple of every size first, and then get the testing on every size, on every different style rod and whatnot. Even though it was designed as initially a weight, the biggest thing I see is the more it will not get dragged by the tide, the more chance it could snag up on things. Yes, possibly. I mean, it does kind of have a design that you could almost call a flaw, but it's not, because it's meant so if it doesn't stick one way, it will stick on its side another way. It's really hard to explain this weight without showing you, and I can't show you because I don't want it to go poof bye-bye for me. I'm trying to keep this thing under wraps as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? It's not you guys. I know it's not you guys, but it's anybody in the future that will see this video that will be like, oh my god, that's an amazing design, and it's gone bye-bye. Satan, you're an engineer, so this, you might catch on to the design in your head. Cross a pyramid weight with a Sputnik with a 4-sided broadhead arrow. So you're an engineer. My brain came up with that in about 5 minutes, and this design has been pretty good. Like, it eliminates Sputniks, it eliminates pyramids. Like, I'm not trying to put them out of business because they've been around forever. People are still going to use them. It's fine. I get that. But this is something that could eventually revolutionize the weight game in fishing. It'll hold in the current. It'll hold in the waves. It just all around, it holds your bait in place where you want it to be. That was part of the premises behind it, especially for shark fishing. It has to hold the bait in place. What good is it if your bait starts going from in front of you where you threw it and just keeps going down the beach and it doesn't stop ever? It just keeps going, and now it's on the shoreline because it didn't stop, and it can only go so far one way before it has to come up onto the beach. But your weight didn't hold. That was one of the main premises behind the weight. It has to hold. And what you were saying about it getting stuck, I've only had it kind of get stuck one time. And that was at the inlet when we threw it out onto the sand flats, and I went to go pull it up, and you could literally feel it being pulled out of the sand. It came out of the sand, but I did have to pull a little bit harder to get it to come out of the sand. Not a whole lot harder, but enough that I noticed it. Wasn't the worst thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? Did this thing die? My battery pack died. Kind of figured that was going to happen though. But, alright guys. 3.5 hours. We've had a decent live. I'm going to go in, grab something to eat. Rattle my fucking brain around this idea. And Satan, I hope you kind of got a visual of what it is without me showing you what it is. I believe in it, and I'm very passionate about this. We've Googled it in many different ways of saying it. There's no wire. The only wire that's on this weight, Satan, is what connects it to the barrel swivel. Just like the eye ring thing. There's no wire sticking out of it anywhere. It's one of those things that I believe is, in all my years of fishing, I've never seen anything like this. Never. Never, ever, 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 ever have I seen a weight like this. I mean, I'll look it up, but when I first came up with the design, that's something that Eric went and did. He went and started Googling a bunch of different fishing weight designs, and we never found it. We never found any. The only thing, like I said, has come close to what it looks like is something that Redfin Fishing Tackle makes. That's another local person around here, and they call it a double pyramid. It looks like mine, but then it doesn't, because it looks like mine smashed together on the big end, like two of them. Send it to me on Messenger, Satan. Send that to me on Messenger. Just whatever it is, send it to me on Messenger, guys, because if it's on live chat, I will lose it on here until it like posts and finally puts live chat on and I can see it. What was said during the live. But most of the time I don't go back and watch my lives for much. But alright guys, I'm going to get in, I'm going to find something to eat, and then I'm going to go to bed. I've got some shit to do tomorrow now. A lot of shit to do tomorrow. I love y'all very much. I appreciate y'all being here. I thank you all for all the advice, all the the help and the guidance and the ideas. I appreciate it. I really do. I really do. No, you're good. You're absolutely good. Say no. You're good because it's making me think, and I have to do things, and I got to do this, and I got to do that, and I got to make sure, right? If I'm gonna make something, then I want to make something that nobody else has. And if somebody actually has made this before, then I really don't have a whole lot of point in making it. Somebody else already beat me to it. But I love you guys. I appreciate everything. I thank you all so very much for hanging out and being here and just chilling with me. I really do. It means a lot to me. I'm just some backwoods country bumpkin kid. You know, I'm not tech savvy or none of this stuff, and I appreciate all of you guys helping me out with all this and just coming here to enjoy a little chill session tonight. Not a whole lot of anything else. Just hanging out. Just chill. Alright, I love you guys. All y'all be safe. Until next time. Tails up.